Well, g'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you missed our episode last week, we've done a full interior tour of our 19-foot Marvel RV Seabreeze Sport off-road caravan. Join us this week as we base ourselves in Gingin to tour the Bundaberg region at a beautiful little free camp just on the outskirts of town before heading further north towards Rockhampton. Ali and I really hope that you enjoy this week's episode. Okay, well, we're back on the road again. We're back from Bali, a little bit of work in Brisbane. We're going to kick it off in Gingin. Gingin. It's normally the town that we stop at. Use the toilets, maybe grab something to eat or grab a drink as we come through, and then we just move on to another destination. This time we decided to stay. We're staying about 10 minutes outside of town. Great campsite, give you a look around that a little bit later on. But yeah, we'll get out and have a look around the area for the next week or so and see what Gingin's got to offer. Well, Bundaberg's got to offer.
Yeah, the region.
Definitely a rum factory. Definitely a rum factory. Okay. Well, this week we're staying at a beautiful campsite. It's just outside of Gingin and it's called Sandy Meadow. We found this one on Wiki Camps. It's a donation camp. They charge you $5 a person a night, so $10 for a couple. And it's absolutely wonderful. The hosts here, Phil and Sandy, are beautiful people and they really make sure that you're well looked after. But one thing you need to remember, if you do come here and stay, and I really suggest that you do because it's really worth, even an overnight, it's just really worth it. Make sure that you are fully self-contained, so bring some water along with you, make sure you got all your stuff. But if you need anything, Gingin is literally 10 minutes up the street, and if you want to go into Bundaberg, 25 minutes away. Really easy to go from. We'll probably stay here, I reckon, for about maybe next 4 or 5 days, and we'll use this as our base to explore around the Bundaberg region. Yeah, it should be really good, so we're looking forward to it. But anyway, I'll give you a bit of a look around the campground. During our stay, we dropped into Bundaberg, the birthplace of Bert Hinkler and the home of Bundaberg rum. We went round to the rum factory, but we didn't do the tour because we'd done it before. But if you've never done it before, it's well worth your time. It's $30 a head or $15 for a kid, $75 for a family pass. We had a quick look around the gift shop before we headed up to the soft drink factory. Alright, I think we've done this in the wrong order, but we've come down to the ginger beer factory. We've already been to the rum factory. Probably should have changed around the other way and made an afternoon of it. But anyway, went in Bundaberg. What else do you do? Come and check this out. This is looks like an old delivery car. Okay, so we've never done the tour at the ginger beer factory before, so we'll probably do this one, and yeah, I reckon it'll be pretty good. Come and have a look around, maybe buy some ginger beer. Alison's going to try and guess the scent. Right, I'll go for it. What do you reckon, bud?
Ginger.
Ginger? Check it. Whee, ginger for the win.
Very distinctive. I'm sure it's sweetish.
Yeah, just a smell. Oh, it's lemony.
Lemony,
Lemon.
that's it.
There we go. Oh, 2 out of 2.
For you.
Alright, we'll leave the rest when you get up. There's another 4 flavours to try and work out. Okay, after you've done your tasting, you can come down and grab yourself a 6-pack of mixed drinks. So they include in the price. So $18 to do the tasting, and you get a 6-pack of mixed drinks, whatever you like.
And the 6-pack's currently valued at $12.
Yeah, so yeah, $12 worth of value. Plus you get all the tasting, so you get to taste them all first, pick out which ones you like.
And some random bits of information that you didn't know you need to know.
Exactly, and that's exactly what she said. Yeah, random bits of information you'll never need to know, but you know they're going to pop out one day.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, cool, it's good. But yeah, really worth a visit, really good. Well, we've come out today. Where are we going to? Mount Perry. We're on our way out to Mount Perry.
Yes.
And on the way you come to a tunnel. It's called the Bunda Tunnel. I think that's how you say it, but I'll throw a picture up of the sign anyway. You can try and pronounce it for yourself. This is the longest man-made, unsupported tunnel in the southern hemisphere, and it's full of little micro bats. So we're going to drive through, and I'll throw the spotties on and see if we can pick up a few bats on the GoPro. But yeah, it's a pretty cool thing to come out and see. It's in the middle of absolutely nowhere. We get the other end as a storyboard, and I'll let you know why it's here. Yeah, okay, let's go and check it out. I don't know whether the GoPro can pick them up or not, but all around the roof of the tunnel there are little black bats everywhere. There they go. There's a couple come around close to the windscreen from time to time. There they go. Okay, it's pretty windy outside, so I've read the stats. The tunnel's 192 metres long. It was built in 1884, and it was to link North Bundaberg to Mount Perry, so they could increase the amount of steel or minerals that they were driving up, because they do steel out at well, they were doing steel out at Mount Perry. There's something out there we'll show you when we get out there, and also their agriculture, but only lasted for like 50 years. It didn't last too long at all.
Closed so in 1960.
Yeah, oh, it's longer than 50 years, and it closed in 60. So you can see I don't read all of the signs all of the time. So it probably lasted about 80 years based on that. So anyway, we're going to drive back through it. We just met a guy out here, reckons you can go right to Mount Perry if you continue on this road. So we'll go back through the tunnel, spot a few more bats on the way through, and head on up to Mount Perry. We'll probably grab a bit of lunch in the park. What do you reckon?
Yes, I was just trying to work out when it closed.
Sounds pretty good. So I reckon we get to Mount Perry. Bit of a surprise here. We're going to have lunch with a leopard. So when you come out of the tunnel, if you come from the Gingin side, you drive straight through, you continue following down the road, which was the old railway line, because you drive into all the cuttings and things that used to come up the hill before. You eventually come onto the road that takes you back to Mount Perry, which is quite a nice little drive, just through some farmland and little pretty well formed dirt track. And well, this is our first gate that we've come to on our big lap of Australia. Alison's just said she doesn't know how to open it, but I'm sure she'll work it out. She looked at me funny when we pulled up. She said to me, she looked at me as if to say, well, you're going to go out and open that gate? And I thought to myself, well, I'm not opening it, I'll empty the toilet. There's got to be some division in the task. Good job, babe. With a little bit of a difference. This one's got a tram, but this is an old Melbourne tram, and these are actually awarded to different areas and different states. I think Queensland had 4 of them, wasn't it?
4 were awarded in Queensland.
Yeah, 4 come to Queensland. This one was awarded to Mount Perry because the gold that come from the mine here was used to make the 2018 Melbourne Cup. That was an interesting fact that I would never have known. So they used the tram here for the men's shed as a part of just some stuff for them to do, and they did some restoration. And I've noticed out the back they're also restoring some other things, like there's some old petrol houses and stuff like out there. So yeah, what a great little thing to do for the local community.
Yeah, it's great.
I remember catching those when I was a kid in Sydney.
It's a bit different to see.
It is a bit different to see, yes. Alright, Alicat, did I or did I not promise you that we'd have lunch with a leopard today?
You did.
Did I stipulate what type of leopard?
No, you didn't.
So what sort of leopard are we having lunch with?
A tank.
We're having lunch with a leopard tank. So this is what this is in Mount Perry. It's in the park. It was donated here, I think, a while ago. One of the Anzac things, wasn't it?
I think 2011 it was donated.
Yeah.
By a member of the community in honour of her dad.
Yeah. There you go. So look, I know a little bit about tanks, but I don't know a lot about tanks, but I can give you a quick walk around and let you know what's on this one. So have a look here. This one's got a 105mm gun on it, which is right here. Obviously it's got tracks and stuff on it. This is where the driver sits in here, so if he's got his little hood up, or I think it was called their cupola, if he's got that up, then he can hang his head out, but if they're under fire or whatever, he can have a down look through that glass that's through here. Obviously have the turret up the top here. I'd say these are just storage boxes here. These are smoke pods. or they loaded smoke canisters into those. They're on both sides just to allow the tank some cover to escape, or whatever they need to do with it. The engine's in here, and I think from memory, with the Leopards, you could they could pull that motor out and put a new one in there inside 20 minutes or half an hour or something like that. We used to do a bit around the back here in the infantry. We had the impact telephone on the back, and we could call up the tanky, give him a target indication, and they could put fire to bear on that. Let's come up the other side, the top of the turret up there. They used to mount a variety of things up here. They could hang guns up there, spotlights, whole range of stuff. What was the call sign for this one, Al?
Something.
It was 3 Charlie, and the tank's name was Coral. So hit us up in the comments section if you ever drove around inside this bus. Yeah.
Can I just make an amendment? It was actually donated by the Australian government to the local RSL and dedicated to those who fought in the war, but the foundations is made by a lady in the community whose dad served in World War II, so I did mix it up a bit. I thought it was a bit strange.
So there you go. Who knew, eh? Mount Perry, we found a tram, a double-decker bus and a Leopard tank, all on the same day.
Pretty good.
All the stuff you find when you travel around the country. All right, let's head off to the next destination. Okay, if we just come to the small town, I think it was Moradine, wasn't it? Was it Moradine? I think that's the name of it.
It starts with B.
Is it? Borodine. Borodine. Anyway, I'll put the name in. What are you doing?
We're having some lunch and doing a load of washing.
Yeah, doing a load of washing. So here in Borodine, there's a free water facility you can get. Just get into the park. It's pretty easy to find, and
it's on Wiki Camps.
Yeah, we found it on Wiki Camps. Just follow a little dirt track and you'll see, I think it's called Anzac Place.
Yes.
Roll in, there's a little pull-off area you can put your van in, and we thought, well, there's no one here, and we've got access to the water. We'll do a couple of loads of washing. And then we normally, when we get to the next point, we normally just go and pick it out, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just makes more economical sense. We don't have to carry as much water. But where we're going to now, we're going to Boyndale, and Boyndale doesn't have any water, so you've got to fill up there. It's about 30 k's down the road, so we'll just top off our tanks here and take that up with us.
Yes. Yeah.
That should be pretty easy.
And Boyndale, is it a 7-day camp?
Yeah, it's a 7 day, so you can stay at Boyndale for 7 days for free. So yeah, we'll go and hit that up and see what it's like. If it's no good, then we'll move on, but if it's alright, we'll probably hang around for 4 or 5 days.
A fellow traveller we were just talking to has stayed there and said nothing but good things about it.
Yeah, couldn't load it high enough, so yeah, they reckon it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll head up there, but anyway, we'll show you around when we get up there.
Excellent.
That should be pretty good, but come on, I'll show you the facilities that they've got outside here. Just got to watch me step when I get down because I haven't got the step of the caravan out, so there's a bit of a jump. Here we go. There we go. Okay. So if you pull up here, it's not a bad spot. There's plenty of parking for caravans, whatever size rig you've got. That's all out the front there. And then there's obviously toilets, lots of picnic and grassed areas. You can't camp here, but there's play areas here for the kids. It's quite nice. So, and this is a little pull-off bay that we're in here at the moment for the water tap, and I'll show you. That's right next to the barbecue. It actually says that on Wiki Camp, so that does make a life a little bit easier when you come in. But you just come in from down the bottom down here, near the railway line. And then you go. Here's the tap here. And the reason we ended up here was because we pulled in down at Miriamvale, but there's 2 taps down there. One we need your own tap head for. We've got one, but it didn't fit it. And we thought ours was a multi one, so I have to go and check at Bunnings if they sell a different size. So the one I've got, I thought fit all taps. It's supposed to be universal, but didn't fit this one. And the other tap, even though it's got a tap fitting on it, it doesn't work. So we thought, look, 11 k's up the street, let's go and do that. So we were going to stop at Miriamvale, but we've decided not to now, and we'll just push on up to Boyndale. So yeah, looking forward to it. Alright, well, we'll see you in Boyndale. Alright, about 30 seconds after we shot this piece of the video, we entered in the nav to Boyndale and saw we had to go about 76 k's out of our way, so we decided right then and there that we wouldn't go to Boyndale and we just push on to Calliope. Well, we left Gingin a couple of days ago and we stopped over at Calliope Free Camp. There's 2 of them there. There's the south side and there's the north side. We stopped on the south side, but there was no preference to that. It was just that was the first one that we come along to. But I'll drop in a little bit of footage of what that looked like. It wasn't too bad. We were going to stay overnight. We ended up staying a couple of nights. Gave Alison a chance to catch up on some work, and we went for a bit of a visit down around Tannum Sands and those sorts of places, which was really nice to go and see. So yeah, spent a couple of good days around Calliope. And then this morning we headed up to Rocky. and we're staying at Kershaw Gardens, which is also a free camp, and it's located just near the shopping centre, right on the edge of the Botanic Gardens here in Rocky. It's quite a nice spot, isn't it?
It's a beautiful spot.
It is, yeah. It's a free camp. Look, it's a dirt car park. There's a lot of caravans in there, but it's okay. You've got to be fully self-contained. You can't have any tents or those sorts of things here. So everything that all of your waste you've got to take with you. Just make sure you're self-contained. We'll probably stay here tonight. In fact, we're going to stay here tomorrow night as well, because you can stay here for 48 hours. We're doing that because we're going to go on a great bushwalk tomorrow out to something we don't think anyone's ever shown before.
I don't think so, no.
No, we don't think so. But anyway, we'll go out and we'll check that out. I cannot remember the name of it, but I'll show you that when we get there tomorrow. All right, we'll catch up a bit later on. If you decide to come and stay at Kershaw Gardens in the free camp for the night, there's a little water park here for the kids. It's about a 5-minute walk outside the free camp. There's some toilets here because there's none up at the free camp. Plenty of barbecues, grassed areas, everything you'd expect in a garden. It's quite a pretty place to walk through. Well, good morning. Well,
Morning.
This morning we've made our way to the top of Mount Archer, which is in Rockhampton, to a place called Fraser Park, and we're walking around the Nurim Circuit walk, which I think's is it about 780, 800 metres?
No, it's 580 and I think 260 to the lookout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Someone read the sign, I certainly didn't. All right, so look, it's a really easy walk. It's a grade 1 walk, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very easy walk, yeah, grade 1.
All paved, accessible to everybody who comes down here. But beautiful walk. They give you plenty of information as you go along about the native wildlife and birds and things. But best of all, when you get about halfway around, you start the tree top canopy walk.
Yes.
And that's got like a skywalk, yeah, that goes out and around. You can see all over Rockhampton. It's a beautiful view, and we've got a top day for it. So I'm going to throw the drone up, give you a bit better of a look around. Maybe when you come to Rocky, you might come for the walk up here in the mornings, because a lot of people come here for coffee and their morning breakfast.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
It is. Oh, and there was also a lot of people running up the hill, but we're not going to do that. But you'll see, it's 5k straight uphill. Okay, check this out. What do you reckon, Al? The bloody Nurim Circuit's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good.
It's a beautiful walk. That skywalk's amazing, and it rolls around probably about 50-60 metres. You walk around, plenty of spots to stop, take a photo. Yeah, and really nice. Some great views across the valley and across Rockhampton, like we said before. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it before, the other things that are up here, there's a cafe up here, so you can grab yourself a cup of coffee. Now, the opening hours say it's open right now, but it wasn't. So if you want to bring a coffee, I'd probably grab one down at the bottom of the hill and just bring it up with you when you come up.
Lots of picnic areas.
Lots of picnic areas, barbecues, plenty of huts for shade and things like that, and lots of grassed areas you can just sit and relax. There's a great kids play area here with a big slippery slide that runs down the side of the hill.
Coming up now.
We're coming up on it now. There's kids moving up and down all over the place. There's also an amphitheatre here, and we'll throw some video into that if we get an opportunity, but there's a small service going on there at the moment, so we don't want to go and interrupt that. No. But yeah, if we get a chance, I'll just shoot a bit of video of the amphitheatre, because there's equally good views as what you see when you're at the skywalk.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, but I tell you what, we'd never seen this before. We found it on WikiCamps. We thought...
No, we didn't find it on WikiCamps.
Yes, we did.
I didn't.
I did.
I found it in one of the tourist
Excuse
books.
us while we have a domestic. So Alison found it in a tourist book. I found it on WikiCamps.
And I sent it to you, and then you looked it up on WikiCamps.
There you go. So, as usual, she's always right.
No, it's not that.
Okay, so we're going to go up the top of the hill here, and we'll grab a cup of coffee out of the back of the car and make our way back down the hill and see what else Rocky's got to offer today.
Sounds good.
Let's go. of our Rockhampton adventure out.
Yes, it
Wasn't bad, was it?
Yeah, it was pretty good actually.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Listen, I'll tell you what, the free camp, it's great because you're close to a lot of facilities and stuff, but they absolutely pack you in like sardines down there, don't they? Yeah, it's good for an overnighter, particularly if you need to do a bit of like maybe some mechanical work on your car around town, or you just need to top up on your groceries, your shopping, or you just want to go and have a feed in a restaurant or something around Rocky.
Yes, it is.
It was good for that.
Oh, it's really good actually.
Yeah, we used it for a bit of a base. We ended up staying 2 nights. We went out to Yeppoon, and then we went and had a look around Mount White, I think it was. Yeah. Mount Archer. I don't know, Mount White. All right, we got it from Mount Archer. So we're just on our way out this morning. We're heading up to Byfield,
Yes.
and we're at the dump point, just topping up with some water and getting rid of the toilet. But I'll tell you what, and I'll show you, the dump point is pretty good. We've never seen one like this before. It's actually got a tap you turn on and it flushes, so that was pretty cool.
That's very good.
So yeah, I'll give you a look at that. But anyway, we'll probably end the episode right here, I think, because the water's just about full. Start on the top one, but
Yeah.
Alright, so I think we'll end the episode here. So hit us up in the comment section. You got any questions or anything you'd like to point out to come out of our videos this week? Certainly find that like and subscribe button and punch those if you want us to pop up in your feed next week, because we'd love to come and join you again. So you have a great week, and we'll see you next week.
See you later.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.